Taurus Ascendant, Taurus Rising, how you be? Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is your July 2020, first of the month video. We're going to talk about the eclipse. We're going to actually talk about 5 things. We're going to talk about where the eclipse occurs in your chart specifically. If you haven't watched the July eclipse video, you need to go watch it. I've got it pinned down below after this video. Go there and take a look. It'll give you more information. It gives you a bigger the outer meanings. It also dips into some of the more specific meanings that it's possible I might not hit here because many times other shit comes through when I'm talking. So I can't, be responsible for what happens. Can't be responsible for what comes out. But typically it's stuff that you need to hear or that I need to hear because yes, I am a Taurus Ascendant, Taurus Rising. Let's go over the 5 things. What's going to happen? It's an eclipse. Where is it at in your life? Who's going to be involved? Does it really matter? Is it going to affect you? How is an eclipse in Capricorn energy? What does it have to do with you, Taurus? The eclipse happens at 1338, is in your 9th house. Your 9th house is what do you believe? What do you believe, Taurus? Your thoughts, the way you believe, not just a thought, it's deeper, right? A belief is deeper. A thought is I'm thinking about it, right? I'm experimenting, I'm relating with it, I'm having some experience with it. But the thought, the belief that comes in after we've had the experience. Lots of experience, and we've gotten the feelings, the emotions, the repercussions, we get all of that, and then we say, okay, no, I don't believe I'll be doing that ever again, or I believe I will be doing this. Right? It's a belief. It's deep, and typically when we hold on to a belief, we hold on to it. Taurus, you're fixed. This is the deal. You're fixed, and so your beliefs about work, because it's Capricorn. Capricorn is work. But it's not limited to just work. It's your beliefs about work, your beliefs about those in authority. It could be a belief about a father because it's authority figures. And typically parents, we kind of label them as people who have authority over us. But anybody in your life that you know of that you would consider an authority figure. Now, here's the thing, 9th house. 9th house is what I believe. It's also my religion, my spirituality, right? You might be changing some of that. The 9th house is also publishing. The ability to publish something, right? Whether it's a book, whether it's a video like on YouTube, it's different now. Back in the day when someone said publish, it was limited. The newspapers are published on Saturday, right? Or he published a book. It's not like that anymore. It's changing. The material, tangible, built structures over long periods of time, Capricorn energy is changing. And so that is all this. That's all part of it. Your belief systems around that are changing. So what does the eclipse have to do with you? This eclipse is a full moon lunar eclipse. And in the 9th house, likely your beliefs around all those things I just talked about. Doesn't have to be all of them. All of this is so dependent upon whether you have planets in that 9th house. Do you have planets in Capricorn? I know you're a Taurus Ascendant, but do you have planets there? Here's the thing. Capricorn is an earth sign. So Taurus, as an ascendant, when something occurs in another earth sign, it's going to be a benefit to you because Capricorn is also earth. So it trines you. Trines add ease. All right. And so you might have found that there have been changes in work where it just kind of worked. Not to say that you didn't have to work at it, but there were certain things along the way that just happened, that just occurred where there were some eases that were set up for you. And that's because you're supposed to be making changes about work. And not only that, but your changes about work directly, Taurus, these changes about work are changing the way you look to the world, are changing your appearance, literally. People look at you now and they're like, oh, you're not this, you're this. Oh, you're not that anymore, you're now that. Because it's changing your Taurus Ascendant. And so that trine, right, it adds ease to the transformation of your change. This is good. You're letting go of a belief. Letting go of a belief about work, letting go of a belief about, could be religion, could be spirituality. Religious leaders, right, beliefs about that. Like maybe they were all, in your mind, high and mighty and holier than thou. And, maybe you elevated them up on a certain level, right, and found out, oh my gosh. Because there's a lot of revealing coming out. There's a lot of different information coming out, and some of it's quite shocking, and so we have a tendency to not want to believe a lot of these things, especially if they're about religious leaders or governmental leaders. This is totally that as well, because Capricorn energy is the boss, all right? It's the people who are in charge. It's the people with the power, and it is those that are within the government. So your belief systems around all of that have been going through a change and are going to continue for another 3 to 4 years. It's a Pluto thing, which takes me to the next point, Pluto. Pluto was in this spot in your chart at 1338 in 2015. So in 2015, Pluto got there and said that we're going to be making a change. All right, and it transforms things, and Pluto does stuff by the root, rips it out, throws it out, right? It needs to like clear the space, start with a fresh slate so that we can have a new beginning. And then Saturn got there like 2 years ago. So there's a lot of change that's been going on. This isn't new, but this is more of a completion of that change that began at this degree, I will say, because the Capricorn energy is still going through transformation. It's a slow process because it's a Pluto process. And Pluto goes slow but deep because it pulls stuff out at the core level, at the root level, okay? Let's talk about Mars. Mars energy for you, number 3. I hope I'm keeping track. If I'm not, oh well. Mars energy for you is in Arian energy. So your Aries, typically, your Arian energy is going to be in your 12th house. Now, if you have Aries energy in your 12th house, this is your dreams. Dreams, dreams, dreams. When I say dreams, isn't like, okay, one day I want to do this. Not that kind of a dream, because that's a wish. That's an 11th house thing. 12th house is literally going to sleep. Those kinds of dreams. When Mars enters there, that means you can expect your dreams to be more active. If you didn't dream before or you couldn't remember your dreams, forgive me, I know I'm sweating profusely where we have no AC. So I'm kind of like, yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to make sure you all understood what was going on here. And it's like in the 90s. So anyhow, and it's humid. Mars going through here, Mars is going to make things active. Mars is going to go to the degree where it wants to take action. So if Mars wants to take action in your dreams, here's something that happens, okay? Depending upon if you have planets there. What could happen is things occur in your dream and they feel very real. They seem very real. And then when you wake up, there could be moments of, okay, I still feel like I'm in the dream, right? Things become very lucid. But there's going to be a degree of some of that where it almost may feel as though, and I say like you're living it, because Mars is my body, right? Mars is the body. Mars is all of this, but specifically the head. This is why this is powerful when you have Aries in the 12th house. Because when we go to sleep, right, this is like a head thing, right? Like we go to sleep, the head, the brain, the thinking shuts down. This is all the stuff that happens here in this area. When this gets triggered, okay, realize that Mars being there may show you over the next 6 months thinking, impulsive thinking, because this is what Mars is, the impulsive person, the impulsive action. I see it and I do it. I don't even think about it. I leap before I look. I lunge before looking. That's Mars, totally. Remember, Mars likes to fight. So there might be some combative, unconscious energies, because that's the 12th house. Not just dreams, but is also our unconscious energy. And it could be, for many, it's a lot of past life stuff. Mars is our ego. So there could be ego tendencies that you've brought through with you from other lifetimes. So this lifetime, it's going to be bringing some of those up, bringing some of those that were hidden. Now, if you have planets there, this will happen totally, without a doubt. And you'll see this stuff. And this will be good. It's opportunities for growth. If you want more information on how to figure that out for you, find out where your natal Mars is in your chart, and that'll fill up that 12th house for you with meaning, the sign that your natal Mars is in. So the next thing is your North Node. North Node energy, number 4. North Node energy is in your 2nd house. I love this for Taurus. I love this because 2nd house is my money, is my income. And I know a lot of people, I know since Corona began. Let me tell y'all something. Tauruses have been going through this crap long before Corona came. So for Tauruses, likely Corona is actually bringing some blessings because you got Gemini in the 2nd house, and North Node is your future, your next 18 months. Well, your next 18 months being lit up by the North Node and it being Gemini energy is social media. It is the internet. So yes, harness it. Get on some social media platforms, post some photos, do some videos, get within your community. All right, this is what this is about. Make good on it. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of this opportunity. 18 months is going to be gone before you know it. It's just going to fly by. But it's not going to just completely disappear. You're going to, Gemini energy is new skill sets. All right, it's learning to be flexible. It's learning how to be mutable. It's learning how to be able to talk, to relate, to communicate. It has so much to do with your new way of thinking, because Gemini energy is thinking. So you see the theme, the 12th house Arian theme with the head, the second house, Gemini talking, thinking, speaking. It is also siblings, talking and thinking to siblings and relating. This will be beneficial relations, by the way, beneficial, because it's what's coming in, okay? And it can bring abundance, all right? It could bring money. This is going to be important. This isn't about like using people. This is just about, this is where the energy is. This is where opportunities are. And so use this and understand it. Taurus, this Gemini energy and the thinking and the relating and the communicating and the second house location is all about incoming, information incoming. If you've got your antenna up there, make sure it's open. Be open to downloads. Be open to information coming through. Be aware that there's this unity out there. There is this cosmic community out there that is waiting for more people, for more beings to embrace this other unity, to embrace all of us, to embrace that it's not just about human beings being part of the community, right? And being limited to the visuals, to the physical, to the material, right? Not being stuck in the tangible, but understanding that there's all beings, regardless of how they look, that we're going to be starting to put new definitions on, new meanings, new layers of who fits into the bucket of my family, of my community. We want to be part of the cosmic community. It is the CCC. It is the label, the CCC. Are you going to be a member of the cosmic community? Will you be a citizen of the cosmic community?